Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. It's another review for PowerBookII season 2, episode 6. Y'all, this is my second time doing it because the first time that I recorded this, it was a 58-minute long video. I can't even do that to y'all. So we back. Curls done failed. They weren't really my curls weren't giving anyway, really, because y'all, I don't know how to curl using a flat iron. And so this is the kind of curl that I got. Anyway, all right, let's get to the review. Lorenzo, he's having a welcome home party. Oh, I know I didn't give y'all episode 5. Let's rehash right quick. Lorenzo's out, so he's back. Mecha Dante got a trust fund for all the kids, and he was ready and willing to take Monet away from it all. But it's a goop because Lorenzo back, and they arrested Tariq. All right, episode 6. Lorenzo having his welcome home party. He bragging about his perfect daughter. Oh, she's perfect. She's this, she's that. Ain't nobody got a daughter like the one I got. And she's just standing over him all proud. And Monet standing over there like, you bitch. Girl, you wait till I get your ass alone. Wait till I get your ass alone. That's how she was looking. Okay, Zeke. He shows up to the party, and he has a few of his teammates with him. One being Everett. Everett, you know, he glaring over there at Drew, and Drew glaring back, you know. And Lorenzo noticing him. You know, so I don't think Lorenzo is as clueless as we think he is. But anyway, Zeke shows up, and Lorenzo beelines over there like, this is a private party. Y'all gonna have to go. And then it's like, Uncle Lorenzo, it's me, Zeke. You don't remember? And then Monet has to come over and give the introduction. I don't know why he don't know Zeke, why he ain't never seen Zeke, but that's suspicious. That's suspicious. Anyway, Lorenzo has the people pat down Zeke and his friends because, you know, he's back in charge of the girls. He's back and he's in charge of the girls, making his way around the house and, you know, introducing everybody to Drew because he got Drew like up under the armpit, you know. That's his right-hand man at this point. Drew is going to definitely be, you know, the next point of contact for this whole drug business. Unbeknownst to Drew, because Drew, you know, he clueless, but Lorenzo got plans for that ass. That don't include school or none of that. Or art, school, or none of that. Monet, of course, is just still sitting back silently watching everything. One of Lorenzo's friends says that they ran out of chicken. You know, and at first he wants, you know, he asks, you know, can they get some more chicken? And of course, Lorenzo puts it all on Monet. Oh, Monet, yeah, she'll take care of that. Go ahead on around there in the kitchen and get some more chicken for the guests. Thank you. And then Diana, she looking guilty, like, oh no, mama. Like, I didn't think he was gonna start treating her like this. You need some help? I can help. No, you sit back. You sit back. That's your mama's job. She got it. So Monet going on in the kitchen like her husband told her to. When she's in the kitchen, Kane walks up. You know, he wants to know why Lorenzo is playing Drew so close, and Monet don't have an answer. She can't tell him. She sends Drew to go get some bottles of wine out of the garage, and he has to walk through the kitchen, you know, past Kane and the GTG boy. The GTG boy is nervous and sitting up in there paranoid because he know he on thin ice with the Tejadas. And but Kane makes him feel like, you know, he's safe and, you know, ain't nobody holding no grudge or nothing like that. Yeah, okay. Monet, she walks up to Everett and she tells Everett, listen, I know who you are. I know what you did. You ain't ready for my son. And so, yeah, you can go and take your little snitch ass on up out of here. Bye. Yeah, he going on by his business. The next morning, Lorenzo, he's still talking about his plans for the business. He's ready to turn it all over to Drew and give Monet a break. He wants Diana to go to school. He wants Kane to keep his position on the streets because Kane got the people scared out there in these streets, and he wants to, you know, he wants him to keep that up. But Drew, he's the best of both of them, you know, and so he's the one. Monet tells him, well, Drew has a weakness that you don't know about. And he say, oh, I saw him in that little thing. I saw him in the little boy. They fucking. They are. You thought, well, like, what you thought, Lorenzo? You thought he was just eyeing the boy? Nah, they know each other. Diana. She comes in with breakfast in bed for Poppy, and you know Monet's like, "Girl, where my bacon and eggs?" And Diana say, "Well, I didn't think you was hungry," and you know Poppy just got out. You know she don't care about you no way. They in there all happy, and Drew comes in, and Kane. They all come in there, and I guess that's the perfect time for him. You know the whole family's all here. Let's talk some more about the business. He wants Drew and Kane to join him on a little run. They got a little errand to run. And again, Monet is sitting up. Why is he here, Ike? I don't want him here. My man Mecca Dante done set up trust funds for all these kids. And you want to run back to the streets to sell drugs. When Mecca Dante done took care of it all. I feel you, Monet. I know she wanted to plot and scheme on that ass. I know she wanted to plot and scheme. Listen, Auntie, put a little something. Put a little something. Put a little something. Put a little something, okay? Put a little something. And your problems will be no more. Let me keep moving so that this is not a... That's probably why the thing was so long last time. On the soapbox, off the soapbox. On the soapbox, off the soapbox. Stick to the review, Brittany. All right, Tariq, he's at arraignment. And he pleads not guilty. The people are asking for remand without bail. And he's sent to the prison until his trial. He's talking to Saxon Davis, Method Man, afterwards. You know, they're talking strategy. Yaz is back in the system. And him getting bail will not be easy because, you know, especially because of Ramirez being one of the victims. The fact that he's a cop and all of that. You know, the judges ain't playing about the cops and cop killers. Davis, Method Man, thinks that an appellate judge can be persuaded. And so... they got to get on that. Tariq knows exactly who to call. So he says, make sure I can get me a visit with Rashad Tate. And I'm going to handle everything else. Drew, Kane, and Lorenzo are at the bar. And Kane got his dad's Jesus piece like upgraded. Put some diamonds in it or whatever. It's nice. But Lorenzo says a better welcome home gift would be an introduction to the Connect. So he wants to meet the Connect. And Kane says, you know, he gonna try to make it happen. And so, what's his name? Lorenzo makes him call right then and there. He's like, oh yeah, me and Drew waiting, you know, whenever he's ready. You can call him now. Go ahead and call him now. Thank you. We'll be waiting in here. I need to talk to Drew anyway, alone. And so Kane get upset and get the storming out, bumping all into Drew. It's like, don't do that, Kane. It ain't Drew's fault that he the one. He mad at him. Drew is, you know, he's like, listen, I ain't got to meet the plug. I don't need to really meet the plug. And he tells him, Lorenzo tells Drew that he was sloppy at that party. He warns him about getting involved with civilians, you know, in this game. You know, it's not going to turn out good. And then Drew changes the subject to Lorenzo's prison buddy. He hustling the BTK boys, you know. He not paying them what they supposed to be paid. Like, he's just over there running them up. And so he feels like maybe they can kind of poach, you know, the people that are working with him. Lorenzo thinks that's going to cause a war. But Drew is just like, listen, either way it goes, he's a threat, he's a problem. And I think you need to go on and eliminate the problem, Daddy. I think you need to go on and do that. Lorenzo, of course, is pleasantly surprised. It's like, I was going to say that too. I was going to say the same thing. He gives him a pep talk, how to move in these streets. The people know you my right-hand man now. It's going to be people after you. It's going to be people trying to do stuff. I need you to be on your toes. Every move that you make going to have to be done with purpose and with precision. Okay. Diana. She's in the bathroom playing her hair when Monet comes in there. Why you didn't tell me that your father was out of jail? He told me not to tell you. And she carries on playing in her hair. And then Monet is like, so did he tell you to steal from me too? And she's like, I brought the family back together. You should be thanking me. And Monet is like, girl, nah. And then she just yokes her up like that. Like, girl, I will choke you right the fuck here. Don't play with me. And Diana's like, but I thought you wanted your husband back. Why don't you want him here? And Monet just tells her, girl, get the fuck out of here before I kill you right where you stand. Get on out of here. Tariq, he's in his cell thinking about how he's going to get to Kane when he gets out. He's in there talking to himself. The thoughts with himself are thoughts between he and Kanan. his inner spirit man is Kanan. And so Kanan in there laughing at him like, listen, I don't know what you thought. Like, you need to think about this deeply, long and hard. Who are your other ops? Like, who out here, got people controlling their moves. Like, he's just throwing everything out there. Got him thinking about everybody. He knows that it was Kane that planted the badge. But now he also believes that Monet helped him. Kanan tell him to think some more. Think some more. It's definitely somebody that, is closest to you. Lauren. Oh, and he was in there talking about, I got bullets for everybody. I got bullets for this nigga. I got bullets for this. And I'm like, and they got a jail cell for you. Because, shut up. You sitting in the prison talking about killing somebody. There are cameras. They are listening. That's just what they do. When in situations like this before trial, it's like they want to put you in positions to tell on yourself or to, confess to somebody that's in there, or talking to yourself and just, talk yourself into a full confession. And you sitting up talking about you got bullets for people. Anyway, Lauren, she storms in class, before it starts to confront Carrie and give her back that watch. She knows that Carrie lied to her. She's like, you told me that this was about Brayden and they were targeting Tariq. Like, how long did you know? Carrie be lying. She just gonna keep lying, of course. And she tells her, well, they did take bits and pieces off of that wire to make their case. So that's how it turned to Tariq. You lying. You knew that they was looking at Tariq when you gave that girl that watch. when you made her, well, let me not say made, because she definitely decided to do it on her own, but still, when you brought the idea of wearing a wire to her, you did not tell her that she would be wearing the wire to catch her man. You ain't say all that. Before Lauren can dive in the conversation, Carrie shuts it down because class is about to start. Tate starts the class. The topic today is freedom an illusion? And Lacey and Keisha's like, I know y'all fucking lying. Are y'all for real? This what we talking about? Are we just not? They walk Tariq across campus, and y'all want to talk about is freedom an illusion? Everybody, the class starts throwing out their opinions, their ideas, that sort of thing. Their opinions on Tariq's guilt or, the lack thereof. Carrie shuts it all down by saying Tariq gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. And she's being very self-righteous. She is one more person doing the wrong thing. Like, she's having a whole affair with a student. And yet you sitting on a high horse like you're without spot or blemish. Girl, all somebody got to say is, y'all know Professor Carrie fucking fucking Zeke. And that's it for your career, for all of that. I don't know why she feels like she can just be the puppeteer, moving all the pieces, and nobody is going to bring it back on her. You sleeping with a student. You might go to jail. Well, no, you ain't going to jail because this ain't high school. But you're gonna lose that job for real. She's wait, lost my place again. Oh, when they're asking all the questions, one of the students asks if they think that he's going to get bail. Will he come back to the campus? And she's like, no, he going to jail for the rest of his life. It ain't gonna be no bail. Ain't no judge nowhere granting him bail when he's been charged with a double homicide. There's no way. Tate says, well, for the right price, anybody can get bail. Let's not act like the young brother has, been convicted yet. And she's like, keyword yet, hasn't been convicted yet. She's still on her high horse. Still. Lauren over there looking, glaring. Like, bitch, I got you. I got something for that. Monet meets up with Mecadante and tells him everything. She tells him that, they can, still carry. They can still sneak around. They got to be quiet about it. But he say he's sneaking around. He grown. Not sneaking around doing none of that. He still wants to meet Zeke. And she says that she's going to, she's still going to set it up so that plan doesn't have to change. While she's there, she gets a call from Lorenzo. So she leaves immediately. And he talking about Tariq being arrested for double homicide, and they put Ramirez's body on him. And he's like, how did you and Kane swing that? That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. Like, how long you think it's going to take for them to connect everything back to you? Monet goes to see Davis Method Man, and she's telling him she feels like it's a witch hunt. First Zeke, now Tariq. She asked if he thinks Tariq really did it, and of course he's like, I ain't at liberty to say none of that. But I will ask you this, so they found the dead cop's badge in his drawer. You know anything about that? You know how that happened? She don't know how it happened. I mean, she know, but she tell him she don't know. She gives him a bag with $250K in it and asks him to fill her in on, the details of the case when they come back on her. Like, if anything comes back to her and her family, let her know about it first. And he says, you make it a double. Like double that, and I got you. Of course she upset about that because at this point you extorting the people. But he's gonna do it. But he also said, I ain't gonna be giving you no information that's gonna hurt Tariq. And she's like, listen, for an extra $250K for the $500K in total, I don't give a fuck who it comes back on. You gonna do what I'm paying you to do. Okay? All right, thank you. Just do your job. And she said, I'll be expecting your call. She goes home to confront Kane about the badge. His response is, Ma, you said let the chips fall where they may. The chips fell in his drawer. He talking about fuck Tariq. And of course she has to reprimand him because he's always making things worse. But they have to get that extra $250K. So she wants to get course correct back up and running, but Tariq is locked up. And he mentions Braden. Braden knows, the ins and outs of it all as well. He done hit a lick with me before. Like, listen, Braden is a real one. I'm telling you. And she's like, listen, I'll be the judge of that. And, just go on and set up a meeting. I'll judge for myself first. He said he gonna set it up. She tells him to make sure that this whole conversation sticks between the two of them. She's trying to set up a little bit of independence. Kane, he goes and gets the money from Mecadante. And it's like, Mecadante just be handing out money. He just be handing out coin. Can I call Mecadante for a piece of change? Because he just be handing out money. Every time Kane goes over there with a favor in need, he got it. Anyway, he tells him, that he needs the money or whatever. And Mecadante asks how Lorenzo got out. And he tells him, on a technicality and all of that. And he tells him that his father wants to meet. Kane has reservations about that because he knows that once he does that, he'll probably be on the outs again. He's like, why would I set myself up like that? And Mecadante is like, you exactly right, young grasshopper. I taught you well. Don't play yourself like that. And as far as I'm concerned, you and I got the relationship. I ain't got to meet that man. I ain't got to meet him. And he gives him his money, the $250K, sends him on his way. Tate goes to see Tariq, and he's still on the Sweeney situation. He's like, where is the tea on Sweeney? And Tariq is like, I'm in here. Like, how I'm going to help you? Like, listen, you help me get out. And while I'm on bail, getting you that is my number one priority. And Tate kind of snaps out. What the fuck you think I'm doing here? What you think I'm doing? Why the fuck you think I'm at this school? I want the dirt on Sweeney. And, it's that quid pro quo thing. Tariq gonna do it. And then Tate gonna do... Well, Tate got to do his part and get him out. And then Tariq gonna tighten him up. But he tells him, listen, if you get out and don't, do what you say you gonna do, I'm on that ass. I'm on that ass. Cop killer. Lorenzo, he done called a family meeting. He's telling them no more working with Tariq. He's a liability and he locked up. No more trapping at Stansfield. From now on, we are back in the streets. You each will get your own crew except for Diana. He got plans for her. Monet, she can fall back for good, once they get into their groove. And they're all looking around like, what? This is not what we signed up for. He wants to know if Kane talked to the Connect, and Kane is like, I'll let you know when he's ready. And Lorenzo's, he got the nerve to be pushy. Like, just relax. Just relax. You gonna meet the man at some point. Shit. And when he excuses the kids, Monet tells him, listen, don't be ordering me around like I'm one of the kids. I'm grown. And he just gonna pacify her by giving her a little wad of cash. Like, go ahead and go on and get you something nice. Go get you something nice, okay? Tariq, he's back in court with the new judge, and this judge is laying on the Black Lives Matter real thick. He's laying it on thick. So it's obvious that Tate got to him. And, of course, he asked Tariq if he has a job, any ties to the community, that sort of thing. And when he gets up to speak, the prosecuting attorney, she chimed in to say something. He's like, I'm talking to Tariq. I didn't ask you anything. Have a seat. So she got to have a seat. Tariq say, yeah, I'm a tutor. I tutor the kids at my school. Yeah, you need to be out. Bail set at $1 million. See you tomorrow. So that's that. He's out. After court, Sax and Davis Method Man give Tate, his props. They already know he's on top of it. He's right. I'm on top of it, Rose. I'm right on top of it. Sax want to know what's in it for you. Like, what's in it? What you gonna get out of it? And Tate just says, I just want to see a brother get a fair shot. That's all. The politician's answer. Tariq is getting the ankle monitor put on. Sax is warning him, what to do, what not to do, all of that. They're monitoring your every move, all that, this, that, and the third. Davis, he tells him, that he can go back to the apartment that he had listed on there. And Sax want to know whose apartment that was. He said he got it when he thought he was going to get his sister back. And he's like, oh, well, when you were trying to get your sister back, like, you should have thought about that before you went to killing cops. And Tariq is like, I told your ass I didn't do it. And then Davis chimes in, shut the fuck up. Shut up asking him, did he do it? Fuck. And Tariq asked about, his sister. Not his sister, about Tasha. Have y'all found her? Can I talk to her? Davis Method Man says that she's been moved again. And when he finds out, a secure location for her, that he's going to, put them in contact. He ain't going to do that. But because when Tariq leaves, they discuss amongst themselves, he and Sax, that it wouldn't be beneficial to them because she would probably convince him to run, and then no money for us. So yeah, this meeting can wait. Davis Method Man. When he's upset at Sax, he kind of choose him out. Don't be asking him, did he do it? Like, we should never know that truth. Like, there's what they tell us and then there's the truth. We don't need to know that part because we can't be defense attorneys and get up here and defend the contrary when we know the truth. So don't be asking nobody else if they're guilty or not. That's not what we do. I'm gonna need for Sax to, again, take the prosecution hat off, put the defense attorney hat on, and ride it out. You on the other side now, so just please. trying to be a double agent. Okay, Tariq gets home and Brayden is there, so he turns on the shower so he and Brayden can have a private conversation, muffled by the sounds the sound the sounds of the water running in the shower. He asked him, "Did you help Kane set me up?" And Brayden was like, "You know what? I did, but not on purpose." Not on purpose. Like I didn't know that what we was doing was gonna ever lead back to you. Like he didn't know. He was being dumb. He didn't know, but he also didn't know why he shouldn't trust Kane. Tariq never filled him in on that. Tariq listening to Brayden and how stupid he was, he's just getting more and more angry. So at this point he's like, "You're out of it. I'm done. You out of course correct. We ain't friends no more. That's it. That's it. He done." Brayden, he's in a meeting with Kane, and Brayden, he's talking about Tariq, and Kane is like, "Shut the fuck up talking to me about Tariq. You need to be worried about impressing Monet." Monet rolls up, she asks, "So how am I supposed to trust you?" And he tells her that he helped Tariq build the whole system, the whole course correct thing. He mentions, and then he mentions Tariq being out on bail. He's like, "I know Tariq's out on bail." And Kane is looking like, "Bail? They gave him bail? The fuck he know?" Wheels was turning. Yeah, he out. He out, and you better watch your back. Monet still don't think he the man for the job. She got to see about him a little bit more. She asked him if he helped Kane move Ramirez's body, and she asked him if he was the one that planted the badge. And Kane over there like, and Brayden notices the cues, and he's just like, "Yeah, I don't know why he would get me all involved in this, but I did it." Why you gonna take the rap for that? Anyway, again, Brayden being loyal to a fault. Tariq, he's leaving the apartment that he had from Lauren, and she shows up wanting to talk. Tariq, of course, where you been? Why when you at court? She don't have no answers. She's still questioning things herself. Tariq don't know why she automatically doesn't, understand he ain't the one that did it. He stresses. How could you think that I would kill a cop? And that alone would have told me, did he kill Jabari? Because he ain't said nothing about not killing him. He just said I didn't kill the cop, which means he killed Jabari. Yeah, I don't know why they wrote that in, because he just told on himself. Maybe that's one of those nuggets that that if you're paying attention, you picked up on it. He wants to go talk with her in her room, and she ain't really, again, she don't trust things right now. So he's like, "Oh, so you too. Okay. I ain't got my mama, my daddy, my sister, and now you. Okay, well, cool." He say he gonna move out. "I will be out by the end of business. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna have your key to you. Bye." Lauren, she went straight to Carrie to chew her out. And Carrie is very smug. She done what she done, and she just don't care. Lauren throws out there, "Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, Tariq ended up telling Lauren about Carrie and Zeke. And so she was coming back with that. She threw that out there. "Yeah, I know about your little affair. I know about you and Zeke. Me and Zeke are none of your business." Oh, it's about to be everybody business. Just about a minute. When I leave, it's finna be everybody business. She gonna tell her, "Let's talk when you're calm and in control of your emotions." That girl said, "Girl, I'm in control, and I'm about to control this narrative." Effie, she drops by on Tariq. I don't trust it. Don't trust Effie as far as I can throw her. Tariq asks if she got a new connect and all of that. He says that because she said, "Is your room bugged?" He said he checked. Whatever. Probably not. I'm sure it's bugged. Still bugged, I'm sure. He tells her about Kane and Monet setting him up, and Brayden was also involved. And then Tariq He's still under the impression that Braden was the one that planted the badge, but he knows that Braden was stupidly loyal. Well, yeah. Is that the word he used? Stupidly disloyal. That's what he said. Okay, so yeah, Lauren, she throws out that affair. And Carrie, she humming and hawing. It's none of your business, all of that, blah, blah, blah. Then Effie, I said all this already. How am I back here again? What the fuck is going on? Okay, we had Effie, right? We had Effie. Okay, Effie in this scene was just asking him because I really have like line for line. That's probably why this review was so long the first time. I gotta stop jotting down everything these folks say, and just doing a small little synopsis because this is lengthy. She asked him about the professor. Was that him? He don't really say. The look on his face tells her everything she needs to know. She's down though. She gonna help. He can't make that $2 million without Braden's help, so he gonna have to let Braden back in. They gonna have to make up. She sits closer, and then of course now they kissing up and rubbing up and feeling up. Okay, the Tejadas are having dinner, reminiscing on the old days when Kane had aspirations of being a rapper. Lorenzo gets up and puts on the Spanish R&B. They up dancing. Monet is still just like, I don't like this. She gets up and says she gonna go get some cheesecake, but she really goes to see Mercadante, and she tells him it's over. Ain't no sneaking around, ain't no doing none of that, because that's my husband and he's the father of my 3 kids. Mercadante say, I'm the father of your 1 child. So what about our family? She can't, listen, I can't help you. She cannot help him. That's just what it is. He's like, so can I still meet Zeke? And now she's trying to take that. She's saying, oh, we ain't going to be able to make that happen. I'm sorry. I know I said I was, but no, ain't going to be no meeting Zeke. And he's like, oh, I'm going to meet Zeke. I'm going to introduce myself if I got to walk up on him myself. I'm trying to give you time to do it, but if I got to go around there, I'm just going to do it. Lorenzo, he's telling Diana, his good news. He and Monet decided to go ahead and pay her tuition at St. John. She's upset. She wanted to go to Stansfield. Already know that's out of the question. Monet's doing. Diana gets in her feelings after hearing that, so she throw Monet under the bus by telling him, that she had a plan, an exit plan that didn't involve him. Lorenzo goes straight to Drew. What's the plan? Drew tells him the plan. The plan was to follow Zeke on the road. Lorenzo say he ain't working for Zeke. He is the exit plan. And he tells him, that he's taking his advice and eliminating, his old prison buddy. And he needs Drew to go and follow the man tonight. Drew had a peen appointment, but that he has to cancel. Sorry, Drew. So he's still seeing Everett. Tariq, he's apologizing to Brady. They're hashing everything out, squashing everything, getting on the same page. He's finally being honest about everything. He tells him about the boy at the pool that got killed and that it was 2-Bit that did it. And he tells him the truth about Kane, and Kane that he sent that dude, up to the school to kill him, all that. He tells him everything. Even what happened with Mr. Reynolds, he tells him that too. So Brady knows everything now. And he tells Braden that he wants Braden to get the yearbook of debauchery for he's gonna get it for tape, but he tells him it's something in it could help his case, and he also wants him to continue being a double agent. I still need you going to be cool with Kane, get as much as you can out of him. So there's that. Tariq ends up meeting with Braden and Effie, so they can talk back. They back to the basics. Braden, Effie, and Tariq. I still don't trust Effie because Effie fucked up the thing the first time, so I don't trust her. Anyway, Lorenzo meets up with Kane, and he's still asking about the connect, and Kane is like, "Listen, I'm the connect as far as you're concerned." Kane is like, "Oh, no, Lorenzo is like, oh, really? Okay. Kane, ends up coming for his manhood, all of that. Like, they have a little spar with words there. Telling him, you ain't ready either. You're not ready to do nothing. Living off my mama. They can't see eye to eye, but all Lorenzo knows is you can't be my boss and my son. You're going to have to pick one. That's just that. He tells him to tread lightly and he gets on up out of there. Monet, she meets up with Effie. Effie, walks up and she has a phone. Tariq is on the other line. Tariq want to know how he can trust Monet. Monet is like, listen, you had to know I didn't have nothing to do with that. You already know who did. But don't go retaliating now. Listen, I done told you that's my child. I will bust back if you fuck with my child. So I get you mad, but I'm just telling you. Listen, I'm just saying. She just saying. But Effie is the point of contact. That's who she will be reaching out to, all of that. No more meeting up with Tariq. He on house arrest anyway, but I think that Tariq is, falling into his ghost role, where everybody else is out in the forefront and he's just, the puppeteer from behind the scenes. Lauren is at the DA's office pleading with them, please take me off this witness list. I don't want to testify. Lady say, girl, I'm sorry, you signed on the dotted line. You gonna have to do it. You done turn state's evidence. That's just what it is. You testifying. She stormed out all upset. Sax was overhearing the whole thing. He bumps into Sneaky Link and she's like, listen, I'm sorry. I know we probably had a dick appointment tonight, but I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I got work to do. So that's that. Mecha Dante, he's parked out in front of these courts. He's watching Zeke play basketball. And he texts Kane that he's changed his mind, set the meeting up with your dad. Kane was upset. He's like, thought I had you all to myself. Nope. Thought like Nelly, who thought cat shit was jelly. My daddy says that. It's very 70s, very, very Dolomite-ish. Okay. At the same time, okay, because now we're getting the whole montage of, the stuff that happens in the end. Okay, so I said Mecca out there watching Zeke. He about to run up on Zeke, I'm sure. Kane is in a situation now. He's stuck. He got to figure out if he wants them to meet because now they have to. They both have asked. So he's going to have to make do on that. Braden, he manages to swipe the yearbook of debauchery. Tariq and Effie, they're in there trying to figure out how to get the ankle monitor off. She says she's going to watch a few more YouTube tutorials and she going to be, she'll be back to help. Before she goes, she asks about working with Kane. She's a little apprehensive about that. Not for her sake, but for Tariq's sake. She's like, as long as he walking around here, like, that's a threat to you. She's trying to act like she care, but again, I don't trust Effie. He shows her the letter that he got from Ghost. And, his feelings was hurt, so she encourages him, fuck him. And she leaves. She says she gonna be back when Monet calls. When she leaves, he burns the letter and, looks into the camera with the smoldering eyes. And that's it. That's it. And that's all. Of course, it's a wild ride. I think I did this one a lot quicker than I did the first time. 58 minutes the first time, y'all. I would have hated to upload that for the people to be like, girl, this shit was long. I've gotten that before. This is a 45-minute video. It's like, did you watch? Thanks, bitch. All right. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby. I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.